President Obama, he's committed taxpayers to funding the United Nations climate change plan, which includes funding foreign countries, including Palestine. Problem is, Palestine is not a country. This is not sitting well with our next guest, Republican from Wyoming, Senator John Barrasso. Senator, what are you going to do about this?
Well, you know, the president has this misguided obsession with climate change to the point he is significantly hurting the U.S. economy. So 28 senators sent a letter to Secretary Kerry demanding that he follow the law, obey the law, and stop sending money to the United Nations. And this climate change initiative, their so-called framework conference on climate change, and here's why. The law of the United States is very specific. Any UN organization that recognizes the so-called state of Palestine is not eligible for any U.S. money. And on March 17th, the so-called state of Palestine signed on to this Green Climate Initiative and became a member of the UN Framework Conference.
So you think you can stop the money flowing over there, can you? You can do this?
Well, we've already stopped the money going to UNESCO, which is a United Nations organization which has recognized the state of Palestine. So the law is very clear from 1994, the Foreign Relations Authorization Act. We're going to make sure that that law is enforced.
Okay, Senator. You're a doctor, and you're also a senator in the United States Senate. I got all of that. I want to ask you about United Healthcare. I'm going to show the audience the stock for a second. This company is planning to stop selling insurance on most Obamacare exchanges starting next year. The stock has gone straight up. Now, quickly, yesterday, I asked Beating Obamacare, the author thereof, Betsy McCoy, about this. Listen to what she said.
When you force insurers to sell the same plan to chronically ill people and healthy people for the same price, it doesn't work. It's like trying to feed a Chihuahua and a Great Dane on the same budget.
Okay, now you heard what she said, Senator, basically that Obamacare is spiraling down and it's going away. Basically, that's what she's saying. You agree with that?
Well, I do agree with her. You know, something's got to give. You know, it's interesting. Only in the United States could government come up with a plan. They make people buy a product, and the people who are forced to buy it say it is hurting them personally, and they don't like it because it's a bad deal. And the people having to sell it are saying, we don't want to sell it anymore because it's a bad deal for them, too. So when I say something's got to give, if you're in the insurance business, you either have to raise your prices dramatically or get out of the business, which just shows that the president's promises to the American people are broken.
But look,
prices are going to continue to go up, choices are going to go down, and the co-ops have failed, over half of them, and I think that what we're going to see now is an additional collapse of consumer choice.
Well, then we have the collapse of Obamacare, the collapse of consumer choice. We have an extraordinary mess. What are we going to do about that? Realistically, what are we going to do about this? Just slide towards collapse?
Well, we need a Republican president. We have attempted to repeal and replace the Obama health care law with individual choice, with state health care choice plans, so states and individuals can make those choices. But, you know, candidate Hillary Clinton has said she wants to build on Obamacare. We need to repeal and replace it with patient-centered care, because the president's plan is based on coverage, not care. And as a doctor, I focus on care.
Senator John Barrasso, Wyoming, thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.